Recently, I have been traveling. I traveled all the way from beautiful, sunny, happy, free, and spiritually enriched Thailand to the UK.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
I know, what an excellent and calculated move that was. But in all seriousness, I came to the UK to visit my family. And this trip has really highlighted something to me that I've always sort of known, but I've not really explored deeply yet. Work-life balance. The scam of living a life of balance. These YouTubers suggesting that you can achieve great things while country hopping in Southeast Asia, working from your laptop in coffee shops. It's fucking bullshit. You fucking can't. You cannot work efficiently while traveling, country hopping every 2 weeks, a new country, new coffee shops, new people. It's bullshit. And I know some of you might be watching and thinking, boo-hoo, Sam. You can't visit new countries and new environments every 2 weeks while making money from your laptop. I feel so bad for you. Alright, boo-hoo indeed. But the thing is, I don't even give a fuck about traveling to a new country every 2 weeks. Ooh, new coffee shop to work in. Ooh, new beach to sit at. Don't give a fuck. I am most fulfilled, dialed in, working. And I'm gonna tie all this in with not just, this specific travel problem which I've ran into recently, but general work-life balance. We all have to balance work, life, and having fun, relationships, so on, right? One thing that's become abundantly clear to me is that I am not built to live a life of balance. I go from one extreme to the other. Maybe this is a limiting belief, however, historically, it's proven true. When I used to play video games, I would not play for 1 to 2 hours a day, I would play for 12. And I wouldn't aim to be okay and just have fun with them, I would aim to be the best. When I began the gym, I didn't go 3 times a week and start some airy-fairy diet. I went 5 hours a day and strictly counted my calories and ate a sickly amount of food. When I began my business, my entire work-life balance went completely out the window. And I went all in on building my Academy of Excellence. Link in the description! And my YouTube channel. I have always, historically, went from one extreme to the other, to the next, to the next, to the next. I very rarely live a life of balance. It seems that I severely struggle to strike any sort of balance. And keeping it real with you, since I've came to the UK, I've been in the UK for about 2 months now, I've probably went to the gym like 8 times in the whole 2 months that I've been here, which is terrible and completely unacceptable. I'm currently in the extreme of maximizing my time with my loved ones, and all other areas have suffered. You may have noticed the uploads have slowed down a little bit. That's why. And it actually makes me feel bad. When I am misaligned with my mission, I do not feel fulfilled. But with that said, my time in the UK is scarce, so I've made the most of it. I live in the land of the extremes, dialing in on one aspect of life at a time and power leveling it in chunks. So, how do you find a work-life balance, Sam? How do you level up all of these aspects and strike a healthy, fulfilling, and effective balance? Interesting question. I pose a question to you, friend. Do you think greatness is achieved through balance? And when I say that, I mean achieved, not maintained. If you've already achieved greatness, then perhaps you'll find it a lot easier to just simply maintain and live a more balanced life. But most of us aren't anywhere close to that yet. Most of us haven't even peeled back one layer of purpose in this world. I don't believe for a second that greatness can be achieved if you have your foot half in the doors to multiple aspects of life. I think in order to win requires a great number of sacrifice. I think in some way you do need to kind of lose your mind in your work to be able to experience greatness. I think some of those sacrifices might be time spent with friends and family and having fun and having a balanced life. Point at really anyone who's achieved levels of greatness in their respective field. Look at their story, look at their journey to that level of greatness. Even if they live a more balanced lifestyle now, the pathway was pure sacrifice. So my message to you in this video, fuck balance. You don't have time for balance if you haven't achieved what you want. And frankly, if you're anything like me, your work and your progress towards your goals is what gets your dick hard anyway. And to tie this back to traveling, traveling. I'm now gonna go on an unhinged rant. There's no fucking way that any of you are dialed in while traveling and pretending to do work in cafes on your fucking laptop in Thailand. Bullshit. So let's say I am an island hopper in Thailand, okay? I'm gonna go to Koh Samui and then I'm gonna spend 2 weeks in Koh Phangan and then I'm gonna do a week in Koh Tao and then I'm gonna go Phuket for 3 weeks and all this bullshit. You're just island hopping like a fucking tourist. Every single time you land on a new island, you've got a new hotel or a new apartment. There's new services maybe. You don't have the same food delivery service. You gotta find a new one. You gotta find a new popular one. You gotta figure out taxis. You gotta rent a new bike or a car. You've got a new environment. You've got all these small little irky, annoying things. Maybe the oven doesn't work in your apartment or you've got get a fucking repairman out or some shit. Maybe if you've changed country, there's a new currency, you gotta fuck around with all that shit. Your bank is thinking that you've been fucking robbed and you gotta like call them and make sure that everything's okay to gain access to your account again. New people to meet, you know, oh, I've got to find, well, I'm gonna be here for a few weeks, I may as well try and find some friends. So you go to fucking random places. You do all of that. You go through all of that bullshit, and just as you're settling into your new environment, it's time to island hop to the next place. Woohoo! You go through all of this shit. You work at like 20% work efficiency, if that, just so you can sit in a new coffee shop and pretend to do work on your MacBook. I say pretend because there's fucking no way you're actually doing effective work while trying to soak in this new environment and dealing with all of these small, tiny problems that are infesting your brain. But at least you get to make a new fucking Instagram highlight. You can collect some new stamps on your passport. Pussy. Absolute pussy. Anyway, fuck balance. Until you reach levels of greatness, throw that shit in the garbage. Go absolutely insane. Go Stephen King locking himself in his shed and doing boatloads of cocaine and writing several books. Insane. Maybe don't do that. You get my point though. Look at Conor McGregor, for example. He lost his mind in the game. He achieved greatness. He was the first UFC double champ in history. Then he found more balance. As soon as he stepped his foot off the gas on his MMA training and focused on selling whiskey and building a family and doing cocaine. What is it with cocaine with these guys? His results have been subpar. Doesn't matter because he's already achieved greatness and is enjoying his victory. We're not in Conor McGregor's shoes just yet. Fuck balance and fuck traveling. If you travel and work, you're sacrificing significant efficiency. You don't want it bad enough. Have fun remaining okay at what you do and remaining generally forgettable. But hey, at least you got those new fucking coffee shops and those new damaged white women that you can bang. Awesome, bro, good job. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful, insightful, or entertaining, any of those. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Harbonator so you can check out my highlights of when I island hop in Thailand. And if you want to achieve financial and location freedom, check out the Academy of Excellence in the link below. And also in the link below is my free newsletter. I send out free emails with just information and value wherever I see fit. Sign up there. Take care, boys.